welcome to 5 Minutes, your fast track to smarter insurance technology and stronger leadership. In the next 5 minutes, we're going to show you a better way to lead, scale, and innovate without the chaos. Let's get into it. I'm thinking about, what's happening in to the homeowner insurance market in Florida as the climate risk continues to kind of imperil various kind of communities. And so I'm envisioning that in very short order, we're going to see your typical HO3 policy, perhaps coming with a super high deductible with a parametric feature within it.
That's correct. In addition to helping with that financial stress of a rising deductible,
right,
you're also going to have the availability to bring in what I'll call untransferred risk.
Right.
As a Florida resident, if you're living on the coast, let's say you have some thoughtful landscaping, you might have a deck, docking, seawall, you might have landscaping equipment, a pool.
Yep.
All of those items are not covered in the traditional insurance policies.
That's right.
You have that immediate liquidity, that immediate dollar recovery,
yep,
not just going towards your deductible where you have coverage in an indemnity policy.
Yes.
Hey, that matters too.
Yep.
But also bringing in coverage for other losses, which I'll just call economic losses.
Right.
That you otherwise wouldn't have had. And to do so very, very quickly. So we're just excited to be doing this in the market.
Yeah.
We think it's still pretty novel and thoughtful, but we're seeing amazing traction with carriers without changing any of their behavior or processes.
So on that, let me, if I could double click, because, again, forgive me, Sam, because a lot of what I do is very process and technology oriented.
Sure. Yeah.
So I'm thinking about, what does the actual journey look like in the event of a loss where the parametric feature would be triggered? Yeah. Walk us through kind of what that looks like from a carrier perspective, and then also too, obviously from the insured perspective.
Yeah. We're working with our carriers to understand what their data profile looks like at the point in time at which they launch this product.
Right.
It's effective on or after a certain date for new and renewal business.
Okay.
So we know at any point in time what that portfolio is, who has the risk, what the limits are associated with that risk. And at the same time, we're working with third-party data providers. This is not something we're adjudicating in-house. This is completely independent.
Of course, yeah.
We're working with other organizations to understand, are these events occurring? Where are they occurring? To what magnitude might they be occurring?
Right.
Hey, and by the way, we know you have this portfolio, either with carrier A or carrier B, or across my entire portfolio with all of my carriers. So we could say very quickly through those relationships, these are the folks whose policies have triggered.
Yeah.
The wind has broached this shape within your relative to your address. The wind speed has moved beyond this speed, or we have peak ground acceleration of 20%, 30% within a certain area, or floodwaters have reached 8 feet or 8 inches, whatever the case may be.
Right.
So these third-party data providers, relative to the carrier portfolios in which we hold, tell us exactly who potentially has a loss.
Sure.
Now, it is important to note that the insurer does have to provide a notice of loss.
Okay.
That's not an international thing. It's a U.S. item.
Okay.
So we are an insurance entity. We're an MGA headquartered in Miami, Florida. So again, big Miami, big Florida fan, right? So good stuff there.
Yep.
Thank you for joining this episode of 5 Minutes. If you've enjoyed our discussion, we'd love for you to share it with anyone else you think might find it interesting. Also, please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you're listening on and hit that bell to stay on top of the game with our practical 5-minute episodes. We look forward to seeing you again next week.